Ladies and gentlemen, agricultural Russian land in Tay Ninh occupies nearly 85% of the natural land area, equivalent to more than 342,000 hectares. The terrain is quite flat, convenient to use mechanization in large-scale production, adapted to a variety of valuable tropical agricultural production. To meet market demand, Tay Ninh is also a province with a fairly synchronous irrigation system with Dau Tieng Lake irrigation system with the largest scale in the country. We can actually irrigate 47,000 hectares of arable land. Recently, the canal system crossed Vam Co Dong River. All of these are favorable for agricultural development, but the old Russian model for productivity product quality is not high. Therefore, in the past term, the Tay Ninh Party Committee has oriented and sought solutions to increase the value of 1 hectare of land, increase the value of agricultural products and income for farmers.
Agricultural model applying high technology is an option to deploy. Recently, the Department of Agriculture and Rural Development has advised the Provincial Peace Committee to orient the priority areas for high-tech agricultural production in the province. With supportive and preferential policies, 17 high-tech agricultural areas will be a significant step forward for Tay Ninh agriculture. 5 years ago, on January 6, 2017, the Peace Committee of Tay Ninh Province held an international conference, Team Development of Agricultural Value Chains for International Market Integration and Implementation of the POINT model in Tay Ninh. Tay Ninh has actively approached and worked with major partners to bring Tay Ninh's agricultural products to potential markets in the world. Agricultural model applying high technology is gradually deployed in the districts. In the period of 2017-2020, the Department of Agriculture and Rural Development has supported the transition from traditional vegetable farming to applying high-tech farming process. The state budget has supported 14 demonstration sites with 8,400 square meters of high-tech vegetable production models in greenhouses, combining automated fertilization and watering. According to the general assessment, the province still does not have a production area recognized as a high-tech agricultural area. In the province, there is only one Vietnamese dairy farm recognized as a high-tech agricultural enterprise. The province agricultural sector assessed that a high-tech agricultural model has been formed but has not yet been focused on investment. Subsectors fields have applied new and modern technologies in production and processing, with the exception of castor apple, cassava, vegetable and food products. Pig, chicken and dairy farming have applied new technologies. Other industries have just stopped at point models. Expansion is still difficult. To concretize the practice and state guidelines on the development of high-tech agriculture, the agricultural sector advised the Provincial Peace Committee to orient the priority areas for high-tech agricultural production in the province, creating conditions to attract investment enterprises to promote agricultural restructuring according to orientation associated with the development of agricultural product value chain, serve as the basis for investment and infrastructure development to serve the transformation of production and development of raw materials to meet the needs of processing and consumption. At the same time, the province will research and come up with appropriate policies to promote the development of high-tech agricultural areas. According to the estimate of the agricultural sector, the benefit efficiency of applying high technology in vegetable production is 300 million Vietnam dong per hectare per year. Income is 2 to 3 times higher than traditional farming. It is expected that in 2025, the vegetable growing area will increase to nearly 24,000 hectares with an output of 440,000 tons per year. For the RAT project of high-tech agricultural production areas, Tay Ninh Province orients to develop 17 high-tech agricultural regions, in which 9 areas in the period of 2022-2025 and 8 areas for the period of 2026-2030. Its production area certified as a high-tech agricultural area farms at least one chain of links product consumption, contributing to increasing the value ratio of agriculture, forestry, and fishery products produced in various forms of cooperation and association, which will reach over 25% by 2025 and 35% by 2030. The output and quality of agricultural products will be increased for processing and export, and increase the value of products per hectare of arable land by 2025, reaching 115 million Vietnam dong and 130 million Vietnam dong by 2030. Particularly, the area for implementing high-tech agricultural models with a product value per hectare is 150 million Vietnam dong by 2025, reaching 180 million Vietnam dong by 2030. Raise the rate of value of agricultural products, applying high technology to 40% by 2025 and 50% by 2030. In the period of 2022-2025, the province will have 9 high-tech farming, breeding, and agricultural production areas. Area 1 develops annual industrial crops, vegetables, and roots with an area of about 1,500 hectares in Ninh Điền Commune, Châu Thành District. Area 2 develops annual industrial crops, organic sugarcane with an area of 950 hectares in Thành Long Commune, Châu Thành District. Area 3 develops specialty poultry with an area of 400 hectares at the site of pioneering youth farm, Suối Dây Commune, Tân Châu District. Area 4 develops the cluster apple tree with an area of 300 hectares in Thành Tân Commune, Tay Ninh City. Area 5 develops specialty poultry, high-tech animal husbandry with an area of 1,931.57 hectares. Land belonging to my first Tay Ninh Proper One Member Company Limited, assigned to the locality in Suối Dây Commune, Tân Châu District. Area 6 develops the production of vegetables and roots, food, fruits, and annual industrial plants, covering an area of 271.67 hectares in Thành Long and Hòa Hội Communes, Châu Thành District. Area 7 develops dairy farm with an area of 685 hectares in Long Khánh Commune, Bến Cầu District. Area 8 develops roaches and rice breeding chickens in Tân Hội Commune, Tân Châu District with an area of 1,000 hectares. The land of Tay Ninh Sugarcane One Member Company Limited assigned to the locality. Area 9 develops royal farming in Thành Bắc Commune, Tân Biên District. In the period of 2026-2030, it is expected that there will be 6 cultivation areas and 2 husbandry areas. Area 10 develops high-quality rice with an area of 200 hectares in 2 communes including Phước Bình and Phước Trị, Trảng Bàng Thảo. Area 11 develops specialty fruits in Bảo Trông Commune, Gò Dầu District with an area of 500 hectares, expected to be concentrated at the end of canals, including N12, N14, and N14-14. Area 12 develops industrial and medicinal plants in Tân Đông Commune, Tân Châu District with an area of 770.9 hectares, which is under contract to associate rubber plantations with my first Tay Ninh Rubber Joint Stock Company to be delivered to the locality. Area 13 develops roaches in Mỏ Công Commune, Tân Biên District with an area of 600 hectares. Area 14 develops roaches with an area of over 800 hectares in Trung Mít and Lộc Ninh Communes, Dum Châu District. Area 15 develops high-quality rice in Thanh Điền Commune, Châu Thành District with an area of 200 hectares. Also, in the period of 2026-2030, it is expected that there will be 2 breeding areas. Area 16 develops royal farming in Hòa Hiệp Commune, Tân Biên District. Area 17 develops royal farming in Thái Bình Commune, Châu Thành District. The project on building high-tech agricultural areas aims to orient the planning of high-tech agricultural production areas as a basis for investment and development of infrastructure to serve the transformation of production and development of raw material areas to meet quality demand. The quantity of products for processing and consumption is very necessary and urgent. Tay Ninh will build high-tech agriculture by region. Zones will be oriented in the next time to build 17 high-tech agricultural regions. In addition to the groups of solutions under the scheme, Mr. Nguyễn Thanh Ngọc, Chairman of Tay Ninh Provincial Appeals Committee, assigned the agricultural sector to rearrange the concepts of regions according to Decision number 575 of the Prime Minister, approving the Master Plan of High-Tech Agricultural Zones and Regions up to 2020 with a vision to 2030. For identifying the criteria, you should add the criteria to the project according to 5 criteria in Decision number 575 so that we can see what criteria this area has. From that, we can try rearrange to make it clear that areas are eligible and those are not eligible but are able to try to qualify. Area of development direction in the coming time, especially public lands, are being planned and rearranged, including land of companies, agricultural and forestry farms like Mayfirst Company. These are the places that the state will orient towards forming high-tech applied agricultural areas. You need to clearly define or list them so that we can see which ones have met 5 criteria that are now identified as regions, which are asymptotic to it and which are not yet, but we make orientation. According to Decision number 575 of the Prime Minister on development orientation of high-tech agricultural zones and areas, zones and regions are different, so support policies are also different. Currently, Tay Ninh Province is developing a high-tech agricultural model towards region. According to the direction of the Provincial Appeals Committee, organizations and individuals doing high-tech agriculture with sufficient criteria will be reviewed and applied for recognition. Models with criteria close enough according to Decision number 575 or not enough will be oriented by the agricultural sector for organizations and individuals to complete. And most importantly, what the Provincial Appeals Committee noted to the authorities is that the implementation and application of policies for high-tech agricultural areas must be clear. As I mentioned above, it must review policies so as not to confuse the policy applied to high-tech applied agricultural zones and regions, whereby as meeting 5 criteria to be recognized as a high-tech agricultural area, then the policies will be applied, avoiding confusion between the region and the zone. 5 criteria for high-tech agricultural regions including the region must be organized to produce and consume products. According to the value chain, there are focal organizations that are enterprises, cooperatives, or unions of cooperatives, and regions that sign contracts to link in line with the value chain in agricultural production in the region. Products produced in the region are the products with advantages, focusing on the dominant product group. Technology applied to the region is urban technology and biotechnology to meet the efficiency of the region. Specialized farming areas, contiguous areas within one unit, within a boundary of province, and with suitable natural conditions, with relatively complete and synchronous technical infrastructure in terms of traffic and waterways, electricity being favorable for the production process. Objects of production and scale of the region, according to the regulations, depending on the type of crops and livestock, the Prime Minister has granted regulations on the area to be recognized. Thus, these 5 criteria must be met in order to enjoy certain policies. Therefore, you must clearly separate the policies for the conditions to be enjoyed and those to be enjoyed when the region is recognized. Determining the importance of agriculture applying technology to help change the country's agricultural picture, bring Vietnam's agriculture to integrate and develop in the era of Industrial Revolution 4.0. At the fourth conference, the 12th Party Central Executive Committee promulgated Resolution Number 6, dated November 5, 2016, on effective implementing the international economic integration process, maintaining social-political stability in the context that Vietnam joins new generation free trade agreements, emphasizing orientations for modern agricultural development and high-tech applications such as modernization and commercialization of agriculture, strongly shifting to agricultural development in depth, large-scale production based on science, technology, high productivity, quality, competitiveness, and ethic value, shifting agriculture from the main food production to developing a diversified agriculture suitable to the advantage of each region. The application of science and technology to agricultural production to create high-tech agricultural products is considered an inevitable trend to help agricultural production develop dramatically, thereby changing the country's agricultural picture in general and Tay Ninh province in particular, to concretize the action plan number 68 dated October 15, 2021 of Tay Ninh Provincial Party Committee on the implementation of the resolution of the 13th National Congress of the party and the resolution of the 11th Provincial Party Congress. Regarding the organization of implementation, you must clearly state the upcoming orientation for the eligible areas. The Department of Agriculture shall assume the prime responsibility for and coordinate with other branches in submitting to the Provincial People's Committee a scheme for recognition of the high-tech application area. Secondly, the unit regions are in the project, but approaching the criteria will be guided to receive support in order to complete according to the roadmap from now to 2025, orientating that if it is located in the public land of the province, then it has a roadmap to attract investors in the direction of high-tech agriculture in line with the value chain. For the expenditure for implementation, it needs to clearly identify the state expenditure on public lands. The remaining is from the socialization of individuals. With the goal of developing high-tech agriculture over the past time, the party and state have paid attention to directing and promulgating many specific mechanisms and policies to attract investment in high-tech agricultural production, supporting businesses and farmers in high-tech agricultural production. In particular, the attraction of investment for agriculture, especially high-tech agriculture, has long enjoyed many incentives. Decree number 41/2010, dated April 12, 2010, of the government on credit policies for agricultural and rural development, with the policy of unsecured loans at appropriate limits. Resolution number 30, dated March 7, 2017, setting aside at least 100,000 billion Vietnam dong to implement a lending program with an interest rate lower than the market interest rate from 0.5% to 1.5% for high-tech application and clean agriculture. In particular, in Decree number 116, 2018, dated September 7, 2018 of the government, amending and supplementing a number of articles of Decree number 55, 2015, dated June 9, 2015 of the government on credit policies for agricultural and rural development. There are many new breakthroughs in lending for high-tech agricultural projects, such as lending to businesses without collateral up to 70% to 80% of the value of high-tech agricultural projects with flexible loan forms, incentive on land rent, cutting administrative procedures. Tay Ninh businesses and farmers are excited when there are more and more policies to support agricultural and rural development, especially in the